guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Taylor. Today I'll be doing a get ready with me and discussing my 2021 resolutions with you all while doing my makeup. And if you're interested, I guess just keep watching. Okay, I really hope this is level, guys. If it's not, I apologize. This is my first time filming on my new camera that I got for Christmas. Thanks, Mom and Dad. I got the Canon PowerShot G7X Mark III. So far I really like it. It has a lot of cool features, but I'm still playing around with it, and this is my first YouTube video recording on it, so please bear with me. Promise I will get better. But without further ado, let's get started with my 2021 resolutions. Normally I'm not cheesy like this, and I don't like announce what my resolutions are for the new year because I just feel like it's super cheesy. But I feel like after 2020 and that year, terrible year we had, it would be beneficial for myself to manifest my resolutions and put it out into the atmosphere. And also it's a good way for you all to get to know me a little bit better and to let my personality shine through or whatever. So okay, also I already put on primer and did my eyebrows, so now I'm gonna do my eyeshadow. And I'm not gonna show every product that I'm using like I usually do, just because this is more about the resolutions. I just wanted to be doing something while talking to you all. So, but everything will be linked below per usual. You know I got you. So let's get started for real this time. So my first resolution is to push out more and better YouTube content. So right now I'm pushing out content like once a week on Thursdays, usually every Thursday. Sometimes I give myself a little break, a little mental break. Ooh. Okay, so I would like to start pushing out content more often. Start off with like twice a week, work our way up from there. But right now, like I'm still like okay with just doing once a week. It's because, you know, the ROI right now, the return on investment, is saying once a week. But until I build my subscribers up, then I will start pushing out more content on a regular basis. So with that being said, my second resolution is to become monetized on YouTube. And to do that with YouTube, you have to have a certain amount of subscribers. I think it's like 1,000. So yes, number 1 and 2 on my list is to push out more and better content and to become monetized. And I think those kind of go hand in hand. So we'll see. 2021 be good to me. I have my camera on this food tray table, so that's why it's shaking. It's not the sturdiest thing, but okay. So while I'm applying my eyeshadow, I will do number 3, which is save up for a house. And by save up for a house, I mean actually taking it seriously, because I am playing games and I know I want to settle down in Atlanta. That's where I'm from. That's where all my family is. And I also think it just makes the most sense, and I do love it here. So I need to start acting like it and like really start saving seriously and stop playing games, because I like bougie, nice things. But I know the type of house I want is not gonna be the cheapest, especially if I want to live in the city, which I do. So I need to just, you know, start really taking it seriously. and stop playing games with myself, you know? Okay, also I forgot to tell y'all, I'm looking off to the side because that's where my mirror is. I have like a little mirror that I'm looking in. Okay. So number 4, stop comparing myself to others. And that for me goes for like people on Instagram, other YouTubers. Like I need to stop comparing like my YouTube content to somebody else that did like a similar video to what I did or whatever. Or like even just like on Instagram, seeing what people are doing and not feeling like I'm where I need to be at. Because at 27, or let me stop aging myself, I'm turning 27 this year in April. So, but honestly and truthfully, like I'm not where I thought I would be at 27. Like I see a lot of my peers getting engaged and dropping everything, and it's not that I'm not happy for them. Of course I'm happy, and I want, so what was I saying? So yeah, it's not that I'm not happy for my peers and not happy for people doing great things. I am, but it's just like at the same time you have this vision of how your life is supposed to go at different ages, and at 27 this is not where exactly I thought I would be. So I really just need to stop being so hard on myself and just kind of realize that life is a process and stop being so hard on myself. Or I'll see people like buying their dream house. I'm like, I really wish like I was buying my dream house right now, and all this kind of stuff. So it's hard to not compare yourself, and I know I'm not like the only person in the world that does this, but at the same time it's just like, it's, you know, it's hard. So just gotta remember to be grateful for what I have and what I am doing with my life, and remember too that life is not a race, it's a marathon. I think that's how the saying goes. And you know, things will happen when they're meant to happen. And it's not like I'm not grateful for what I have and what I'm doing. I am grateful, but I think it's just human nature to not necessarily want more, but for lack of a better term, want more and to compare yourself. So I just need to stop doing that in general. Honestly, I am really proud of myself because YouTube, like I've always said I was gonna do a YouTube channel. Since like YouTube became a thing, I would watch YouTube, and I was like, one day maybe I can be on YouTube, like that would be so cool. But I never, y'all, I accidentally grabbed my summer shade. I look crazy, it's okay. Anyway, so this is why I'm orange. I grabbed my summer shade instead of my winter. Oh my god. Oh. It's okay, I'll lighten myself up with concealer. Oh my god, that is so funny. I was like, why is this so orange? Oh my god. But I'm also not going anywhere tonight, so I'm literally just filming this for you guys. But okay, anywho, y'all, so basically I never thought that I would actually be brave enough to make a YouTube channel, because you know, people be judging you on the low for anything that you do, anything and everything that you do. But just gotta live your life for you, take chances, even if people think your shit is whack, whatever, they don't have to look. So let me fix my face with concealer and pray that it will lighten my face and I won't look so orange. Swipe completely through, like right here. But I learned that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to like put it in the corners to give you like a lifting effect. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit for a second and then do my next one. So number 5, continue to take care of my mental health. So this is important, especially with the last year, with 2020. It was a very hard year for a lot of people, but especially for me in particular, just because 2019 was a hard year for me as well. My dad had like a diving accident in the backyard, in our family pool in our backyard, and that was really hard on our family. So 2019, it was just like, that summer was a wash because my parents and my siblings needed, you know, help, so I had to like stay over at my parents' house and help them out while my dad was recovering. And it was just hard to see him like that. And yeah, it was just, 2019 was a rough year. So 2020, you know, he made a full recovery, thank God. But 2020, we're like, okay, well now 2020 we can like live our lives, and then the pandemic happened, so we're like, never mind. So it's kind of like we're living 2019 2 years in a row. So my mental health was just terrible, but 2020 also kind of forced me to deal with it head on, because I had been dealing with it for a year in private, but now it just became more than what I could bear. So I started talking to my parents about it, and then eventually my doctor, and now my mental health is a lot better. So I'm very happy for that, and I'm glad that, I'm not glad that 2020 happened, but I'm glad that kind of forced me to take my mental health seriously. Yay, the concealer is lightening up my face. I'm gonna do my bronzer and then go to number 6, which is, be open to receiving love. Yeah, so I put this on my list because, you know, I always be saying that I want a relationship, and then someone will come along and I'm just like, no. But also I just feel like the right one hasn't come along for me to want a relationship. So I've been single for like about like a little over a year and a half, and I really thought 2020 I would be ready for a relationship, and the right person just didn't come along. And I think that made me kind of afraid to start receiving love, just because so many, it was just a lot of letdowns back to back. So I was just like, you know what, let me just take the rest of the year off from dating, the rest of 2020 off from dating. I think there's like glue on my eyelid. Anyways, but I was like, let me take the rest of the year off from dating and just do me, focus on me, and that's what I did. And so in 2021, my resolution is to be open to receiving and finding love. So hopefully I can do that. I was also hesitant to make that like a resolution, because if I don't, like, I don't want to be disappointed. But, because yeah, 27, I keep saying 27, guys, I'm really 26, but I'm turning 27 in April. But I thought going into my 27th year of life that I would have found, you know, my forever partner, my future husband, and it's just, it hasn't happened for me yet, and I don't want to rush it. My dad always says it's better to marry late than marry wrong, so I'm really trying to make sure I marry well, I already got the late in hand. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not even 27 yet. It's not late, Taylor. That is not late, Taylor. So, I mean, and that's true. Like, I would much rather marry late than marry wrong. like to use Meghan Markle as an example. Like, I'm sure she's happy that she waited to find her Prince Charming, even though she was married. Technically she was married before, but you know what I mean. Okay, so let that bake for a second. But yeah, so I would really like to, yeah, I would really like to find, like, I would really like to find my happily ever after this year, but I don't want to be hard on myself if that doesn't happen. So that's why I was really hesitant about making this resolution. So I changed it from like falling in love or some shit like that to be open to receiving love. So be open to like going on dates, be open to just basic things like compliments, like just be able to, I think someone just got in an accident, but just be able to be open and be open-minded and have an open heart, but also still be smart and not get played. Be more consistent with going to the gym and eating healthy, which I was doing really well in 2020, and then COVID happened and quarantine happened. Beginning of quarantine, I take that back. I was still working out really well, and I was working out every day, which usually like pre-COVID I would work out like 3 to 5 times a week, which is still good. Like I was still super in shape. But then I started working out like every day because I was sitting in the house all day, and I felt like, oh, if I sit all day then that's not good. Like I need to make sure I'm getting more steps in since I'm sitting at home all day. And I was working out all day, probably until, not all day, sorry, I was working out every day probably until like August, and then I just stopped caring. So I'm gonna try to get back to working out 3 to 5 times a week and get back to my normal routine. So wish me luck. And also pre-COVID, because I was going into the office, I was good at meal prepping really healthy meals, and then COVID happened and I was like ordering curbside all the time. So I'm trying to be careful about that and get back into meal prepping and making sure I'm eating healthier and taking care of my body and all that stuff, because a bitch ain't getting younger. Number 8, learn the value of privacy. Okay, this is one of my resolutions because I feel like I've never considered myself a private person, but for people who don't know me, my friends will probably consider me an open person because I am with them. But I feel like to people who don't know me, like just random followers on Instagram, they probably would consider me a private person. But still, like, I really don't consider myself a private person, and I feel like everyone is always telling me, or I'm always seeing like other YouTubers or just other people that appear to be super happy with a very private life. And to me, I just never understood the value of being extremely private, but I'm beginning to realize the value of it. And I just feel like I really have to figure out what privacy looks like for me, because like right now I'm single and not in a relationship, so like that doesn't really matter. Also, what am I forgetting? I think I did everything. Also, for me, like career moves, obviously YouTube is on there as a career move. Like people are like, you should be quiet about your career, blah blah blah, and it's just like, well, obviously I can't do that. Like I had to promote my YouTube channel. So yeah, so I just have to figure out what that means for me, and like, I don't know, just be able to practice that. And I'm not talking about like with friends and family, I'm mainly talking about just on like social media. Oh, okay, number 9 is tell more people in my life how much I love them. So I grew up in a very affectionate household, and we always say I love you and blah blah blah. So sometimes I take it for granted because I'm so used to hearing it from my parents that I forget to say it back, like to them or to like friends and stuff, because I just grew up in a very affectionate, very loving household. So sometimes I forget, even though I know, like, I try to show it in other ways, but I need to just start, you know, blatantly saying like I love you and all this kind of stuff, like to my friends and other family members. Like, I'm good about it with significant others, but to my friends and family I'm bad about it, which I don't know why. I just feel like, well, you know that I love you, like, so I don't really have to say it. But no, I need to like start saying it to my friends and family more, which I started, I feel like in 2020 I started doing a better job of that. Okay, my battery's about to die, so I need to wrap this up. So my last one, but certainly not least, is work on restoring my faith in God, which I think is really important. I think that 2020, like 2019, like I said, and 2020 have been my hardest years for sure. So I feel like my faith has suffered because of that. So I would like to restore my faith in 2021 and my relationship with God. So I put that last because that's something that I'm definitely gonna have to work on all year, but hopefully I can do it and it'll be good. But this is a finished look. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video of me just doing my makeup and discussing my 2021 resolutions with you all. I hope you all enjoyed that, and again, everything will be, all the products I use will be linked below in my description box. Also, please forgive me if this video is super like uneven or whatever. I'm still trying to figure out this new camera that I got for Christmas, but I'm really excited to be pushing out really quality content and videos for you all with my new camera. I'm super excited. But yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and follow me on social media at _Taylor Nicole, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys.